Once we have seen the importance of sustainable development and environmental education as tools for solving ecological problems, also with the international efforts that humans as a species have made to preserve environment, we're going to talk about 27 sustainable principles created by the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you can summarize and get the main ideas of each of them and solve the activity that I've planned for you. To make things easier, I've summarized these 27 principles in 20 ideas. The first principle is that each human has the right to have a healthy and productive life, but considering being in harmony with nature. This is a very tricky thing to do because you know that we always want more resources. But if we use sustainable tools and environmental education for all, we can achieve this principle. The second principle states that every country has the right to exploit their own resources, but without causing any ecological damage to other countries. Principle number 3 establishes the main goal of sustainability, to ensure the availability of resources for future generations. It is very related with principle number 4. Principle number 5 establishes a new cause for environmental impact or environmental issues, which could be the poverty. So if we eradicate poverty, we are going to solve some of the main ecological problems that the developing countries have. Principle number 6 establishes the same. Developing countries generally are the more vulnerable, so the international groups must take care of them. Principle number 7 is my favorite because it talks about all the countries being a partnership or working together, cooperate to conserve and preserve the ecosystems. Principle number 8 asks for the industries to eliminate forms of production and consumption that are not aligned with the green agenda. Principle number 9 encourage the exchange of scientific knowledge and technology to solve ecological problems. Principle number 10 establishes the importance of having information. Remember that the only way that we can solve the problems is by studying them. So, in other words, having scientific and proved information. Principle 11 talks about the main tool to preserve environments by having environmental legislation. Principle number 12 talks about a very difficult thing to do. It says that the global economy should encourage sustainable futures for each of the countries. That will need a very strong commitment between all the countries without looking for the benefit of their own interests and also getting along together to have an international census. Principle 13 established that there must be ways in which the victims of ecological pollution and ecological damage should be compensated by the one that produced the damage. Principle 14 talks about avoiding, moving, or transferring dangerous substances for health and the environment. It could be products from industries, nuclear plants, or also biological wastes. Principle 15 talks about precaution. It is said that it is always to prevent than to cure or to treat a problem. Principle 16 is very related with Principle 13, which explains that the one that caused an environmental damage should be the one paying the cost of it. Principle 17 established that special instances or competent authorities must be the one assessing and analyzing environmental impact. Principle 18 encouraged all the states to announce immediately if there could be a possible environmental disaster or emergency that could affect us all. Principle 19 also encourages this information, but in a prior and timely way. Finally, Principle 20 talks about the main role that women can have in the environmental management and also the achievement of the sustainable goals. Well, that will be all for this video. I hope you can get a clear idea of what these 20 summarized principles of sustainability are aiming to look, and let's see ourselves in the next video. Remember to always use your scientific thinking and to love biology. See you later, guys. Bye.